right now. He's going to give us a little preview. Brian Malow is in studio.
Nice to have you here.
How are you?
Great to be
Kind
here.
of created a specialized niche, I guess, in the world of comedy, haven't you?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, sure.
Science it can be pretty funny, I'm assuming. I don't think of science as funny. How do you make it funny?
How do I make it fun? Well, you know, I don't know if I can answer that well, except just to say that it's the stuff I like to talk about, and so it's the sort of language and metaphors that I draw from, and the sort of topics, and you know, it's funny. I think, you know, there's a little bit of you know, a setup and a punchline is a little bit like a very basic physics law. You know, there's action and reaction.
Yeah.
For every action, there's an equal.
But you didn't start out doing a science comedy specifically, or did you?
Not specifically.
Just a little bit?
You know, but my love of science precedes the idea of going into comedy. So I always loved science. When I started doing stand-up, just very naturally, I drew from that. And so, like, the things I would talk about were pretty science geeky. But it took me a while to realize that I should cut away the other stuff and just focus on that.
And you've got a great science professor kind of look. You got that kind of crazy hair. You got the corduroy jacket, a little bit, just a little bit. You know.
Well, it's not Albert Einstein.
Yeah, not quite. Now that's crazy hair. Now that's crazy science hair.
Wait a second.
But you could go that way. Give it a couple months. You could go that way.
Yeah.
So is the idea to is there at all an interest in getting people interested in the science, or are you just trying to be funny and have this career?
Well, you know what? To start with, I was just an entertainer, and maybe there was a little extra information compared to most comics, but I'm just an entertainer. But the more I've done it, and the more I've thought about science comedy, I do hope that I do that. That I, at least by getting someone to laugh at a subject that they wouldn't normally think they could possibly laugh at.
Well, like, give us an example, because I know most people are like, oh, science, you know, the string theory.
But it's interesting.
But it could be anything.
Funny.
Like I say that I haven't always been a comedian. I used to be an astronomer, but I got stuck on the day shift, which sucks. You don't make any good discoveries. And it's just about a way of looking at it. I noticed whenever my mom would lose weight, my dad would gain weight. And when my dad lost weight, my mom gained weight. So it was like the conservation of mass within our family. And so I had my own little theory that you never actually lose weight, you just give it to somebody else.
I found this to be true.
Right? Fat can be neither
So
created
you were never
nor
a professional comedian, a professional
Excuse me, I'm out of here.
But you actually, I read where you discovered, was it like a type of fly?
What?
Okay, so I have sort of a hobby of insect photography. I got into taking pictures of bugs, and I have a great domain for that, insectpaparazzi.com.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm chasing them around. Hey, I'll make you a star. And what happened is there's a site called bugguide.net where you can upload these images, and someone identified a picture of a fly that I took. It wasn't a discovery of a new species. The significance was that the species was unknown in this part of the world. Common in Europe, but nowhere in the United States. And these entomologists in Europe said this is the first known existence of it in the United States. But I took the picture in Golden Gate Park, so, you know, maybe it was just a tourist.
I got your website up here. I tell you, I just saw a praying mantis on my front door the other day. Is that bad? Is that?
No, praying mantises are very cool. There's
creepy.
one, No, you know what? They won't harm you. They're
very
cool.
He was looking at me funny, this little green heart-shaped head. I didn't like it. But I let him live.
Yeah,
so you know.
They're pretty good, like predators, though. But they eat flies and
These are great
stuff.
pictures.
Crickets.
Great pictures.
Yeah, thanks. You click on them, they get bigger, maybe too big.
Really?
But yeah.
Good photography. By the way, you at home, you guys can see Brian. He's going to be performing tonight, 8 o'clock, Sacramento Comedy Spot. That's on 1050 20th Street in Sacramento. Tickets, by the way, are $12.
But coming up, if you want to stick around in the green room and watch, we have a principal who's going to eat bugs to answer to a challenge to his kids at school. So
High in protein.
How about that? Not high in protein. Brian, thank you. Thanks very much.
And